As your applications get larger, you'll need to organize your code, and Visual Basic gives you a couple of ways of doing that. First, I'm going to describe how to use modules. I'm working in a solution called Modules, which has a project, SimpleCalc, and right now, all of the code for SimpleCalc is in the mainwindow.xaml.vb file. All of the calculations are nested within this select case statement. I'm going to describe how to take these calculations and move them into a separate code file called a module. I'll go to the project in the Solution Explorer, right-click, and select Add New Item. And I'll select Module as the type of item I want to create. Down here, I'll set the name of the module as calculations.vb. A module is simply a Visual Basic text file. It starts with the keyword module, then has the name of the module, and ends with end module. You can add any procedures you like to the module, and they'll all become available to your application. Within the module, I'll create some new functions. I'll start with the keyword public, then the word function, and then create a new function called addValues. It'll accept two arguments, dbl1 and dbl2, and it'll return a double value. When I press Enter, Visual Studio adds the end function clause. Because I'm saying this is a function, I need to return a value. So I'll type return and then do the calculation of dbl1 plus dbl2. As with any function, if you want to be specific about the data types it accepts, you can add data typing to the arguments. I'll do that here, saying that both arguments are double values. I'll save those changes and then go back to my Visual Basic file for the main form. I'll remove the calculation from this line, where I'm doing the addition of dbl1 and dbl2, and I'll replace it with a call to my new function, addValues. Notice that Visual Studio already knows that the function exists. I'll pass in the two values that I have available, dbl1 and dbl2, move the cursor off the line to confirm that no errors happen, and then run the application and test it. I'll type in some numeric values, click the plus operator button, and see that the functionality still works. I'll come back to Visual Studio and add 3 more methods to my module. I'll select and copy this function, addValues, and then I'll paste it in 3 times. I'll go to each of the new functions and change their names. This one will be subtractValues, the next one will be multiplyValues, and the last one will be divideValues. And then I'll adjust their operators. Subtract will have the hyphen, multiply will be the asterisk, and divide will be the /. I'll save changes to that file and come back to my main window file. I'll expand to full screen to make this a little bit easier. And I'll replace each of these calculations with calls to the appropriate functions, calling subtractValues, multiplyValues, and divideValues. I'll run the application again, enter some values, and then test all 4 operations. And I'll see that the calculator's functionality still works. So, modules simply give you a way of reorganizing your code, putting related functions together, but in a way that makes them available to the entire application.